Hey,
What is
happy
up?
KOTG Tuesday. We're back, guys. Welcome back.
Hey,
It's good to be
everybody.
back.
Good to see
Hold
all
on,
your
boys and
faces.
girls.
Back
All
with
rested
1K.
Ready to talk about lawns again? Let's do it.
Yeah,
That's it.
had a
Got
good
it.
break.
Got a
Thanksgiving.
full belly of some turkey and some ham and some gravy, mashed potatoes.
That's right.
I don't know about you boys, but I ate real good on Thanksgiving.
Eat good stuff.
I kept seeing Olee eating mashed potatoes for a few days afterwards. I think he kept eating good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. That's what makes it so fun is the leftovers, man.
That's right. Well, looks like in the chat, everybody's glad to be back too. A lot of welcome backs and hellos from our originals and usuals here. So want to shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man.
What's up?
Papa Mose, good to see you. Tyler Swisher. I think I was the first one in the chat. I cheated a little bit. I kind of knew when we were getting on, but Dan Blue Bows in there. Rooted,
What is
welcome,
up,
Rooted
everybody?
Ope. Good to see you all.
Howdy.
Yard Hard, Drunk Lawn Guy, LTZ, Steel Cut, Dad Bod Lawn. Got a lot of good guys in there tonight.
Harry Lawn, Steel
Oh,
Cut,
Yeah.
Yeah.
previous winner, Ohio.
We're
Happy Mo for the dirt.
smashing that
LTZ.
like button. We appreciate it. Keep doing that if you
Yeah,
guys
man.
are
Yeah.
here. Hit that like button.
Yard Hard
Thank
likes
you.
your stash, Brian.
It's pretty
good.
I
sweet.
got my goatee back.
Looks
I
good,
just found
yeah.
out work
Hey.
let me grow it back. So
Must be that
Nice.
Texas thing going on.
howdy partners.
You need some
Giddy
handlebars.
up. I'm in Texas this week, so I'm practicing my accent. I was going to call Cody up and try to get some lingo going, but yeah.
Brian, I think
Alright.
you're a prime candidate for a Fu Manchu.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
I
Yeah, for sure.
Might do
I think
the
you should.
handlebar
I can see
mustache,
that.
right?
He looks
See
sweet.
that.
So
Well, hey, first item of business that everybody's kind of talking about it. We all know about it. We hit 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, man, that's awesome.
So thank
Thank
you,
you, everybody.
to everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
We wouldn't have done it
Thank you,
without
thank
you
you.
guys.
appreciate it.
Yeah. So now we got some cool things. I think we can do some super chats and stuff like that. I don't know how it works yet, but I know that's available, whatever that is.
We're not
Yeah, we
set
gotta
up
figure
quite
that out.
fully on that yet. We don't
Yeah.
got that quite yet. That's still
Still pending.
that's it's still pending. Yeah,
Okay.
but it says it
Still
will be there
pending, guys.
soon.
Nah, motherfucker.
Look for it though.
But
But
nice.
hey, we're a few minutes into this, so let's all do our customary grab a glass
yeah.
and keep off the grass.
Hey,
And thank you, everybody, for all of the support. Thank you for that
Absolutely.
1,000 subscribers. And what are we doing? We're giving back, right? That's the whole. That was the whole plan of pushing for the 1,000. Was we wanted to get to 1,000 and make it worthwhile. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff lined up, and stay tuned. We're gonna start giving that stuff away here soon. And we'll
Next
be
week,
talking
right?
about next week we'll be talking about all the details on Instagram, but I mean basically tune into the show next week, get in the chat, make yourself known, and we're going to be giving away stuff. So you guys want to run down the list really quick? Do we want to kind of go through some of that?
Be here, be square. Let's do it.
All right, so we've got seed from Mountain View Seeds. We got a hat from Mountain View Seeds. We got a seed, a hat, and a t-shirt from Barenbrug Seeds. We've got a Ryan Knorr box from Simple Lawn Solutions. We have a Spiker handheld spreader and ice balls. My man Nate down here is giving away a gift card to Simple Lawn Solutions for 200 bones.
That's huge.
What else do we have? We got shoes from Cujo Lawnwear. We've got
Toro sunglasses.
Toro, I wear.
My Soil Life.
Lawn striper.
Yeah, we got a lawn striper to give away.
a lawn striper kit. We got a whole year's worth of fertilizer from Micro Life.
Yeah.
we've been pushing hard, reaching out all the companies that have been on the show, everybody that we've interacted with, people that we've been spending the last year kind of trying to build relationships with for, content for you guys to be able to answer any questions that you have. And the name of the game is always finding a company, finding somebody that we can bring to you guys and say, number one, here's somebody you maybe never heard of. Maybe you're interested, maybe you're not. That's cool, but here it is. And for you guys, whoever's listening, watching, following us on Instagram, whatever, to be able to ask questions of that company. It's kind of like sometimes these companies seem so out there. They seem kind of far away, and being able to actually interact with somebody from a company is what we wanted to do. So over the winter time, we're trying to go really heavy with a lot of guests, bring some new companies in, have some repeats on, and kind of pick their brains about the science and some of that stuff. And then hopefully in the spring, get back to some more of that technical stuff. But, that's kind of what it's all about. So with that said, who's here tonight? Who's this man I see on our screen?
Turf Titan, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so we got
Andrew from Turf Titan. Yep.
yeah, so
Go ahead,
we're
Nate.
yeah, I was just going to introduce. So we got Andrew from Turf Titan. We were at GIE this year, and I know Zach and Olee and me and Brent were walking around, and I know we came by the booth, and I know it caught our eye, and we all kind of just stopped. And for me, I saw the hose end sprayers, so right away I'm thinking DIY. And we started talking, kind of what kind of products you guys have, and what do you guys do, and what's your background. And I think we spent almost a half an hour, Andrew, probably talking with you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we
You
sat
brought
there
up
and
some other guys. So yeah, it was good.
we sat there and talked for a while. And then kind of just, we circled back around the next day, talked a little bit more, kind of said, hey, I think we'd like to have you on our show, and, kind of start building a little bit of a relationship and see what you guys have to offer to the DIY community, and bring you on the show and let you guys, share about your stuff. And that way you guys can, get out there more into the community. So that's the
Right.
whole purpose of it. As Brent said, the whole purpose is, to find some companies that maybe not everyone's heard of, or everyone's not familiar with, or, you're not in Home Depot or Lowe's. So, how can we introduce you guys to the DIY community? And so that's pretty much our goal. And like you said, we got from now until March booked every single week with someone. And so we're super excited to have you guys on tonight, and let you share, about Turf Titan with the community. So
Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate the opportunity to come on for sure. I mean, we're definitely the new guys on the block, and I think we do some things a little different than some of the other guys out there. So, I'll run through some of our history. Stop me, ask questions. I don't want it to be a sales pitch. We're all about putting good products out there, kind of changing the way people do lawn care. And, at this stage, we just need to build some users. And we know if we get the products in people's hands, they're going to have success with them. They're going to like them. And maybe they do some different things than other stuff that you're doing. So, just a little bit about us. So, I mean, kind of where we came from is called Biodyne USA. So there's a PhD microbiologist, Dr. Fred Farley. He's down in Sarasota, Florida, and he's been doing this all of his life. He's 70-some years old now. He started off in 1989, and how he started was with all like bioremediation. So cleaning up brown sites, VOCs, complex organics, wastewater treatment, things like that. And he kept studying microbes, and he figured out that there's all kinds of benefits for plants. And again, this is back in 1989. So everybody thought, this is foo-foo juice and pixie dust and everything else. And even today, we still fight that. So anyway, he started playing around with it. He figured out, certain microbial strains that had really positive effects on plants, and he went to the ag industry. And, it was, and really he aligned with his nephew, Gil Farley, who's the owner of the company now. And Gil kind of had a tough road to hoe and went out and tried to start talking to farmers. Well, most farmers aren't just going to say, oh, yeah, here, let me try it out. So he actually did get some progressive guys and started showing some results. And, I guess that's what I tell people today is, farmers are probably the hardest people out there to sell, because if you can't show them results and ROI and better yields, then you're out. And man, that side of the business has just blown up in the last 20 years. And so they started another business called BW Fusion with actually a guy, Grant Wells, out in Fonda, Iowa, little town in Iowa. And he's a young guy, I think he just turned 40, but he's into ag chemicals. And he said, hey, let's partner, because he saw these microbials and beneficial bacteria just blowing up. And so he wanted a piece of it, and they started BW Fusion, which is all, it's basically an array of micronutrients, pretty much anything and everything that a farmer would want. So, kind of the background of those two guys is, their word is bond. That they kind of stick by everything. They're not going to sell something to somebody that's not going to work, or sell them something they don't need. And that's kind of what we stand on. We want to make sure that you're not overdosing. We want to make sure the products that we put out there are viable and gonna have results when you use them. So anyway, I mean, that's kind of where it all started. Those guys have a large sales force and are out all across the country. We're on millions of acres with our products. And then I came on board about a year and a half ago, and I'd been in the irrigation industry and water treatment industry, and Gil said, hey, I'd like to start a turf line with this. And that's how it all started. He had success, and some local guys that were using the product, just applicators in town that had a whole program. So we just kind of learned from that and built some new products with the microbes and started from there. So here, I'll show my, can I share my screen real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Andrew, when you're talking, maybe lean in a little bit to your computer. You're kind of going in and out a little bit, slightly.
Oh, okay.
I think it's kind of like, just slightly.
My bad. All right.
Hey, real quick before you show that slide, what are you drinking tonight? Because a lot of people have already asked what you're sipping on.
Yeah, I
I've
got some
got a
brown.
little Angel's Envy and a Biodyne wedge corksicle glass. We're going to be giving one of these away tonight too. So
Awesome.
Nice.
I got a little bourbon
Nice.
myself.
Yeah.
Per the usual.
I brought extra ice too, because I
Same.
figured it's a long podcast.
Did you
Actually, I did too.
Yeah.
did you pick anything up when you were at Louisville?
What did I? Yeah, I got some Weller. Yeah,
Okay.
that was about it.
Nice.
It's almost these days. It's almost that you got to go to Louisville to find Weller.
Yeah, exactly. You can find this stuff anywhere.
It's just about that bad.
Well, that's
Nice.
what I was going to show you on this this next slide. So, can I share?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Sure. There it goes. All right.
All right. So this is how Turf Titan really got started. What I like to show people. So, out in Iowa, a big ass tomahawk steak and some whiskey. And we sat around. It was, probably about, 10, 15 guys, and just started throwing out names and trying to figure out, all right, what are we going to call this company? What are we going to do with names? And that's kind of where it was born. So then after that, we came back, and, I've got a 15-year-old daughter, and we weren't sure if the stuff was going to go or not. So we had a 5-gallon igloo cooler, and my 15-year-old came in, and we paid her a little money, and she filled up bottles, and we put it on Amazon to see what would fly. And and it started going. I mean, Thatch Buster was kind of an immediate hit. And I mean, people were buying it without any reviews at all. And I'm like, you know what? And it was funny, you know, a lot of people that would call and ask about it, they were, you know, you could tell they're older ladies, and they would call and just ask questions. I'm like, hey, why did you buy this? You know, we have no reviews, you know, you don't know anything about us. And one of the ladies just thought, well, you know, I have Thatch, and I wanted a product for it, and I thought it was a cool bottle, and I liked your name. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So anyway, that's kind of how it all got started. And then that middle picture here, we bought just a single bottle filler and started filling out of totes on that. And then and now we have, you know, multi-line fillers that we're running bottles on. So pretty crazy to see where it's gone in just a year. It's been a lot of fun.
That's
And then where's your processing plant based out of?
So we're in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
Let me,
hour and a half for me.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So we do everything there. And then we probably will start doing some production out in Fonda, Iowa as well. And then we have a facility out in Oklahoma City as well. So
Nice. So then
all
what,
right, guys,
what's-
I lost my controls on the bottom though to try to get rid of this.
so what are the different products that Turf Titan offers?
Okay. So I'll just go through that, and I'll just have this up for a minute.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, Thatch Buster, like I mentioned, that's our number one. And I'm going to step back just on this first before I get into the product. So a lot of people may not know about microbials. Basically, we have a team approach. So when I talked about Dr. Fred Farley, and when you talk about microbes and you look at a label, you know, not all the products are the same. So when you talk about like Bacillus subtilis, everybody probably has that, and that's like saying Homo sapien, you know. So what we like to say, and it sounds kind of cheesy, but you know, this is how it's, and I'm not a microbiologist, but this is how it's been explained to me is, you know, like our Bacillus subtilis is like Michael Jordan. So you might have 400 Michael Jordans in the US, but we have the one that plays basketball, and he's pretty good at golf and baseball too. So that's kind of where we come from with that. So we have those guys, and we just continue to ferment them, and we have those strains, and they're all from the environment that we pulled from all over. You know, Fred pulled them from different places all over the world, and then he's built teams. So like when we say diversity, we have 25 to 32 different microorganisms in each formula. So with those, like with you know, the Thatch Buster product that we'll talk about, that obviously eats thatch and is a liquid aeration product. I mean, you've got 16 microbes in there that all they do is eat cellulose. You know, there's 10 that eat chitin and 2 that eat lignin. So it's like a team approach, and that's good because you never know what type of, you know, they're going to perform differently depending on the environmental conditions that you're faced with. So that's a big deal. And then the other thing that I talked about is, you know, you can find products out there that are watered down. We want viability, and we want shelf life. So we have 500 million microbes per 20 drops of water, or 20 drops. So when you put the microbes on your soil, they're going to start working like that. And, you know, that's just one of the other benefits of it.
Thank you, Justin. Everybody's got to take a drink.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stop real quick.
Can you hear me now? Was that better?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hear you great.
Oh
now.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
All right.
We just got a super chat of $5 from Drunk Lawn Guy. He's telling us everybody's got to take a drink, so we
All
got
right.
to stop and take a drink.
Cheers.
Fair enough. So yeah, Thatch Buster is the first product. It's our number one seller right now. Basically, it is what it says it is. You spray it down on your lawn. It's about 4 ounces per gallon. We will have this in a hose end sprayer, similar to this. You can see it on my screen. So we ordered in a ton of those, and we'll have a lot of our products with those. And
How
really,
far would a gallon, if you did the 4 ounces to a gallon, if you did a gallon or two, like how many square feet would you cover?
so,
with
it
that?
depends on how fast you're going to move. If you put it in a hose end or if you put it in your pump sprayer probably going to get a little bit more coverage. But, with a 32-ounce bottle, you can get 8,000 square feet easy. You could probably stretch it to 10,000 square feet. I always tell people, put it in, use it like when you're aerating. And I listened to an episode that you guys did a couple weeks ago about, when everybody's mulching leaves and everything like that. I mean, this is a perfect product to put down after that. It came from a product that farmers spray on their fields after they harvest the corn. So it basically eats all the corn stalks and releases that nutrients back to the soil. We put in humic and fulvic in there too as a food source for the microbes and to help the soil as well.
So do you need heat for that? Does it need to be hot for that product to work? Like the hot outside?
You want you want it above 50 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah. In all the microbes, you definitely I saw something else about, that you guys were talking about storing, your fertilizers and stuff in the winter. If you can put this in the basement or in an attached garage where it's not going to freeze, if it freezes, you're smoked. I mean, it's pretty much done at that point. But if it doesn't and you keep, if it gets cold, as long as it doesn't freeze, you're still okay.
I'm just saying,
and shelf life on it's about 2 years.
Just for it to be effective, like breaking down something, does it need to be a certain temperature outside or soil temp, certain degrees, or is it going to work either way?
Yeah, it'll work. I mean, it's going to work better when it's in those warmer temps. I mean, if you get above, that 60 to 80 degrees is kind of the optimal range, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, awesome product. Works really well. I mean, I always tell people, I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We have really heavy clay soil. And we moved in 2008. I had this one section in my backyard that would never drain. It would always pool up when it rained heavy. And I used it 3 times since I've been here, once in the fall, once in the spring, and then in the middle of the summer. And that spot has drained out ever since then. So that's the other thing with this. I mean, and I would say if you look at our reviews online right now, that's the one thing that we face is, it's not a quick fix. I mean, you're talking about biology. You have to let the stuff work a little bit. It's not like you're going to see when you throw, nitrogen down and you get a green pop, in a couple days. You're not necessarily going to see your thatch just disappear in a couple days. It's more like a month or 2. So any questions on any of that?
I don't know. Check.
Get to my question slide. What's that?
I was going to say with that, so yeah, it makes sense that it's going to be a gradual or take time to see results. How frequently would you apply this each season? Is it something you would do on a monthly basis, or what would be? Is it just depends on what kind of benefit you want?
I think that's overkill. I mean, we say, hey, you can use it once every 4 weeks. Personally, I think if you do it in the fall and you hit it up, early October, late September, when it's still kind of warm out, and then you hit it up again in the spring, then I would switch to the next product that we're going to talk about. And I think twice a year is good. I mean, with that being said, if you have nasty heavy thatch or you can't bag and you're building up thatch all the time just for mulching, then yeah, you might want to use it more often.
Nice. I like the underwear test.
Yeah, you like that? So I show people this because they don't, when you talk about microbes, everybody knows that, farmers through the years have put all kinds of stuff on the fields, and essentially that kills the biology that's in your soil. And that's what we're talking about, is like building your soil back up. So, you can feed your plants basically, because the soil feeds the plants feed the soil. So, if you look at like the untreated on the left, that was out in a farm field that had been treated for years. different fertilizers and, different techniques, and there essentially was dead soil. And then when you talk about a fence row, if you tore up a fence row and you planted in that area, you're going to have the best crops that you've had. Well, that's because, you have viable soil with all kinds of biology going on in there. And essentially that's what you're doing with Thatch Buster. You're adding that biology back to your soil. And that's why, the microbes eat the cotton in the underwear. So
Dave Bilecki wants to know how you found his britches.
yeah.
Tighty, whities.
Eddie wants to get him in the giveaway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's all we can give.
Yeah,
Hey, big
awesome.
Get
big
you a
shout
new
out
pair,
to
Dave.
big shout out to Mr. Troy. I'm gonna raise a glass to
Yeah.
that. Thanks
Yeah.
Everybody.
thanks for covering our
Get
Zoom
it.
subscription this month. Or
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Actually, we're due.
that's how the Iowa boys do it. We take care of each other. Thanks,
we thank
Troy
you,
Turf.
Troy.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
So,
We could give something away. We could give.
Ooh,
yeah, let's do that. Let's give some Thatch Buster away. So you want to give away like 5 bottles, 6 bottles?
Holy shit!
Wow.
Let's go.
He came to
Drink.
Hi,
party.
Chad. You may have hit the jackpot this evening, getting a new product to try out.
5 bottles, why not, right?
Yeah. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get some people in the wheel. So
Right.
And this
As
will
you
be
heard-
for multiple giveaways throughout the night. So if you want in,
get in now.
get in now.
We got
Maybe
some
we'll be
merch.
generous later.
We got some merch to give away, some products to give away. But
Yeah, and we're gonna keep drinking.
Should they put in there? Do type in Thatch or something?
let's turf tighten.
Turd
Turf
typing,
Titan?
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to be in the wheel to get some giveaways tonight, we're gonna do it right now. You gotta type in Turf Titan. Brian will get you added to the wheel, and I'm sure the chat's gonna just blow up right now.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, once we get that wheel built, we'll have Andrew kind of talk about maybe one more product, and then if Brian is ready, after that we'll do some giveaways. We'll just keep doing some giveaways throughout the show tonight, guys and gals. I see we got some new people in the chat tonight. I don't know if you guys have noticed that we got several new people in the chat tonight. So if this is your first time, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Whether you've been watching the show and haven't been able to make a live, and this is your first live, or if you found us on the podcast and you're just now getting to the show, welcome. And it's a good one to join because we got lots of giveaways to do tonight. So good one to join.
Yeah, we got Hannah Grace Gardens in, and a couple other new people.
Yeah.
Another shout out to LTZ Lawn Care.
LTZ.
Dropped
Yeah.
us
buddy.
Hey, brother.
$5 in the super chat. So thank you. I say every
Hey.
five. That's a cheers. What do you guys think?
All right, man.
Every 5. That's a
Yeah.
cheers. That's a
All right.
social.
All
And you
right.
threw it right in the Turf Titan stuff. So that just helps me out a little better.
So
Drunk
as we
Lawn
said,
Guy said it's a
this is my
$2
first
buy-in.
podcast. I kind of like this.
Hey-o. But yeah, so like I said, if you want to get in the drawing for some giveaways, type in Turf Titan. We're just gonna do that now. So get in there, and then that's gonna be your entry for the rest of the show. But with that, Andrew, what do you got? What's the next product you want to introduce to the community?
All right. I'll share screen again. So this is Root Booster. So it's our I guess our number 2 seller. So, and this is all again, and I guess I should step back. When you talk about microbes, there's different microbes that are in each formula. So this one, we have disotrophic microbes. So those are nitrogen fixation. So instead of like throwing nitrogen, and we're not anti-fertilizer because we want it. If you use these products with fertilizer, it's going to make your fertilizer work better, which sounds kind of crazy, but it does. But there's also locked up nutrients in your soil, and the different microbes will take that locked up nitrogen in the soil. Those are ammonifying microbes, or nitrogen that's just in the air that's basically flying around in the air, and use that as well and make it available to the plant. The other big thing with this product is it has phosphate solubilizing microbes. So that takes the P, that's locked up in the soil, which is a big deal right now with all of the phosphate bans out there, and then makes that available to the soil. And, we've done soil tests, and we're going to do this. We're working with the neighbor dominator right now. Clint jumped on board, met him at GIE. He put out his first video, and I know you guys all know him too. He's super fired up about it, but we're kind of using his lawn as a test plot next year with all these products. So
Clint's in the chat right now. So
nice.
So he's definitely
he did a great job on his first video, and kind of gave a little rundown on we're family owned company. So from Gil's brother works here, his daughter works here, his son's a microbiologist. So it is kind of a family shop. But anyway, Root Booster is it's perfect if you're planting seed. I used it on some seed in my backyard and had grass coming up in like 5 days. So and it took really well. And if you're overseeding, it's perfect for that. The Ohio State University did a drought condition, like a test on it as well, and basically didn't water their test plots for about 10 days just to simulate drought, and showed the one test or one plot was wilted and the other one was, with the Root Booster, still looked really, really good. So it will help in the hot season as well.
Kind of having a hard time hearing you past minute
crap,
there.
sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Is your mic around your computer?
Yeah, well, yeah, let me see if I can I'll stop.
Might just be, you need to be a little bit closer to it. It's just picking up.
How you doing with that wheel, Brian?
Oh my gosh, I'm getting there. Getting there.
No, I had to do it one week when you were
That
off.
worked.
Yeah,
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Unless you're not talking now. Yeah.
Clint's calling you out in the chat on your mic, Andrew. I'm sorry to tell you.
I know, man. And see, my buddy gave me this nice mic, and I can't. It's not working. So anyway, sorry guys.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. But anyway, just
stuff.
until he's ready with that, this is what Root Booster does. This is pretty much in every slide that we have, and it's essentially showing this is an Arabidopsis plant. It's in a petri dish. The plant that doesn't like to produce hair roots, but when you swab it with a Root Booster, you can see it just says, "Hey, I'm ready to eat," and starts producing roots. So and that's essentially what happens to every plant. And you can use this on. I used it on my flowers. I used it on gardens. My wife kills our flowers every single year, and this year they actually made it. So
That's cool.
That's awesome.
You
So
got
how often do you suggest putting that down?
that one you could use. You can use that as much as you want. So that's one that if you use the Thatch Buster in the early spring, after that, if you layer Root Booster with any of your other program, and you can mix these with fertilizers, humics, whatever you want to mix them with, nothing's going to hurt them. So you could use it every month if you wanted, and still have really good results. I do recommend it when you're, that hottest time of the year. It's a good product to use for that.
Ching ching.
Wow. Shout out to
Hey, Clint.
Neighbor Dominator. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
We got nothing but love for Clint. He's a keep off the grass OG alum.
Right.
He's giving you a little money to fix your mic, he says, Andrew. So still giving you a hard time.
Right.
When you're close to it, it sounds good. Like,
Hey, we're a
when
new
he's talking, it
company.
was
We
good.
have subpar equipment here.
Well, with that, I think I've caught up on the Wheel of Names.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So if we're ready to do one of the giveaways here, I'll share my screen. There we go. All right, so we got 30 entries right now for how do we want to do all 5 bottles right now, or do you want to space it out? How do we want to work it?
Let's do 2 bottles for each person. Do 3 different winners.
All right.
Like it.
Okay, so I'm going to shuffle it. We'll do it 3 times.
Are those 32 ounce bottles? What size
They
bottles
are.
are they, Andrew? 32 ounce? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so this is for winner number 1 for 2 bottles. Hey, ambitious lawn.
Really ambitious.
Ambitious.
Strike
boy.
contest winner this year.
Yeah.
We can't
Gonna
forget about lawn sauce and them nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, Lawn
These-
Sauce is getting drowned. His nuts are getting drowned over there in Hawaii
Nuts.
right
Yeah.
now.
Put
So
them
Got
on top
him.
of the fridge.
Yeah, that's another one of our 1,000 subscriber giveaways next week. Lawn Sauce has donated a macadamia nut gift basket.
yeah, that's awesome.
Man, you said that so nicely and so politely. I would have said something else about, man, Lawn Sauce has got some nice nuts that he wants y'all to put in your mouth. I mean, I probably would have came with something like that, but
I know. I figured I'd leave it up to you,
so,
I'm going to stay in
Yeah.
my lane and I'd let you take those because you're so much better at it than me. Because I just laugh every time I start saying that stuff. And I can't get it out because I'm still too much of a child.
All right, so let's do another spin for the second winner of 2 bottles.
That's ambitious.
Hey, this is his first time. He said,
Yeah.
listening
Yeah,
in on
first
the
time
live
watching.
chat, so
All right.
congratulations, CVP, or he or she, or who knows?
It's like a robot.
Pronouns.
No
R2D2.
will know.
All right, let's do the last winner of 2 bottles coming up. Third winner.
Yeah, Kurt.
Oh,
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 it's Mo time.
Oh,
Congratulations.
yeah, buddy.
All right.
That's awesome.
And it does get me every time.
yeah. He's got a couple stacks. He's giving away that on our giveaway. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
All right. Andrew, thank you for that.
Awesome.
You
Yeah.
guys
Thank
got
you,
some-
Andrew.
That's great.
Yeah, no sweat.
Got some excitement going. All right. So what else we got? What are we talking about?
So do you guys sell anything with like NP or K in it? Some like actual fertilizer? Are you guys in that business at all? Or
Yeah, we just and that was one of the reasons, with the root booster product, it's a great product. It's going to do more than just it's going to grow your roots, it's working on your soil, but it's not going to give them that green pop that they need quickly. And that's really, like I was saying, that's the biggest, I guess, hurdle that we had. So we're bringing out a what is it? It's a 2203 this year, and plus micros. So it has magnesium in it, sulfur, iron. I'm missing one of the other micros in there. But yeah, that's going through registrations right now and should be available probably in April. So we've already got that set up on Amazon, ready to go. And and we've been selling it to different, I think they mentioned we're not going to go to, Home Depot and Lowe's and places like that, but we do, like, I want to support local. So we do want to set up like, True Values and some of the do it best and franchises and things like that, or I guess co-op type guys. So we've been selling that. The other, I'll talk about that in a second. We have one other product called Drought Defender that's coming out, and it has a little bit of K in it, but no P. But that's going to be a cool product. It's got a wetting agent in it. It's got an ethylene inhibitor, and then it's got a sea kelp as well. So we're pretty fired up about that one, just to use during the hottest times of the year. And if you layer that with Root Booster too, you'll get good effects.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, that answers one of the questions that I had, was like, are you going to be coming out with any kind of kelp product?
Yeah,
because that's obviously gotten a lot of play in the turf industry, and especially in the DIY market in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
kelp's exploded in the DIY market, and it's kind of come into the forefront of things that people know about and become really kind of an everyday product, that it's like, okay, you got your NPK and you got something with kelp or some other form of seaweed in there.
Well, and we launched one in really, guys, I mean, we look at the products that we have on the ag industry that just absolutely kill it. And then we say, okay, hey, how will this apply to the lawn? And that's what we bring over. So yeah, there's a sea kelp based product that we're using there right now that we put in the Drought Defender, but that could probably just be a standalone product. We want to try to bring out probably 2 new products every year, except, you start talking to guys like Clint, and then they're like, all right, hey, I need iron and I need humics. And it's like, okay, well, we have those in our bags, so we can bring them out. It's just just going through registrations is what takes the longest time. So,
I'm sure. How long does that typically take, Andrew? Because that's actually very interesting to me. When you said, we're going through the registrations, it'll probably be sometime in April, like this in the spring. Start to finish, once you finalize a product and you come up with a formulation that you're satisfied with in terms of quality control, how long does it take you to actually go through the registrations in each state and bring that to market?
Well, some states are harder than others, so they'll delay it. And they'll also say, we usually start with Florida because that's honestly one of the hardest states, and they, do some screwy stuff that they just say, hey, you have to have this on the label. Like, well, let me see. What does the one say on Root Booster? Something about selling, and you do not apply in the winter months in North Florida. We had to have that on our label. So, they scrutinize your label that hard. And then you have to come back and make those changes every time. So if you don't have somebody in-house that does graphics, then it delays the process, but we do. So I would say it's usually 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we use outside regulatory help to help us because I glaze over that stuff.
Yeah. There's like consultancy services that do that kind of stuff for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm sure that makes that a lot easier.
Yeah, it does, but it's not cheap either. So.
What about this 1706 I'm hearing about from Clint in the chat?
Well, he's wrong, man. We switched it up. It's 2203. He needs to step up his game.
He's not representing very well down there.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, he did. I know a couple guys had questions about we have some humic prills too and we're going to use, and honestly, if even your listeners, if there's people that say, hey, you need to come out with this or that, or we're missing this product in DIY. Just send us a message. Let us know. We'll look at bringing products out. And like I said, we have a bunch of different products that we can pull from our BW Fusion business. So yeah, that was one that Clint came to Fort Wayne, kind of did a tour, and I just said, hey, we're looking at this humic prill. I don't know if it's going to have a home or not, if people will want it. And he was like, got all fired up about it. So, we sent him out a bag just to try out, and then depending on the results, and, figure out if we want to bring it out or not. Right now, it's just kind of prototyping.
Something I could
Nice.
see some homeowners getting into that are a little advanced is something like silica. I don't
Oh,
know if,
yeah.
I know that's kind of on the horizon, but no one's really taken a full swing at that. So
Yeah, I've got some. There's a product that we sell on the ag side called Pixie Dust, and it's silica based too, and it's got they had great results with it this year. I just was a little leery on trying it on my lawn because honestly I wasn't sure. It was so like concentrated. I was afraid I was going to jack it up.
Yeah, I've been messing around with silica products this is my second year doing it. So, like Zach said, it's something that I think a lot of people are kind of like starting to get interested in. And we talked about it on our show kind of when we first started, kind of last spring. We looked at some articles and stuff about silica and kind of health with turf grass in terms of disease resistance and wear and tear resistance and stuff. So I mean, that's something that I'm interested in because I know that it's used in a lot of pro turf like golf courses and stuff. Dave Bilecki just said in the chat that he uses silica as well, silica products. So that'd be interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in this drought defender thing because I'm in Utah. Drunk Lung Guy mentioned it too. Is we had a severe drought this year, not enough rain and snow last year for us to, they were limiting watering and stuff. So I'm going to definitely look into that. I know Olee's out in North Carolina, and he's also had a lot of drought. So,
yep.
There's a lot of places right now that are experiencing, less than usual rain that we're used to. So something like that could be a big hit.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that's why we brought it out for those climates, especially, the people that get the water restrictions. I mean, yeah. And we're testing it at, I actually we're testing at Purdue University right now just to make sure, our formula is dialed in. So they're doing like indoor heat chamber testing on it. It's pretty cool. And it seems like things are going really well with it. So we're excited about it.
So along with that drought one, Ope wants to know if you have something that will repel the winter from November to April. A product like that.
That's move
He's
south.
in Minnesota, so we're talking winter. So
yeah, man, it's not much. Well, I don't know what it was in Minnesota today, but it was like 14 degrees when I got up this morning.
Yeah.
I think he said 12 without the wind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm enjoying San Antonio right now. It's like 70 degrees, but back home in Utah, it's like 32 or 33. So I'll take that for now. But we do have an item of business we got to attend to here on our weekly show, and it's something we like to call Lawn of the Week.
Yeah.
And we're grateful for companies coming on, and we're especially grateful for Pro Pete, who actually sponsors our Lawn of the Week. And just to explain to everybody a little bit about what Lawn of the Week is, it's gonna look a little different than what everybody's used to right now. And what we're looking for Lawn of the Week is for people to be on Instagram and use that hashtag KOTG Lawn of the Week. And everybody's following the hashtag so we can see it and follow it and wonder what's going on with people's lawns. It is winter time. A lot of cool season guys. You guys are hibernating and dormant and all that kind of stuff. And so we're looking for a little bit more creativity from you. And so things simple as, hey, let's see what your lawn looks like with Christmas decorations up. Let's see what your lawn looks like with snow on the ground with maybe KOTG written in it. Let's see your driveway with stripes in it. Just things like that. Let's see how creative you guys can get this winter.
Just make sure you keep those stripes straight, though.
There you go.
Anything Lawn of the Week, like get creative.
Yeah.
If your property's looking sweet, Lawn of the Week, tag it. Let's see we're just looking for Lawn of the Week. We're not looking for greenest or best stripes, Lawn of the Week. However, I will continue with. I'll let you continue, Brian,
okay.
with the this week's winner. But
So-
there is a certain part of the world whose lawns are
Correct.
thriving right now.
Yes, we do have a northern and southern hemisphere on this earth that turns around, and
green. Always green somewhere.
surprisingly, we have quite a few followers in the land down under that we know as Australia. And so this
Nice.
week's lawn of the week is lawn flog underscore flog. Look at that, guys.
It's a very
Man.
tight property. I like it.
White.
It
Nice
is a
bush,
beautiful thing to
nice
see.
bushes, and it's like a
Perfect.
straight
Exactly what it is.
green contrast. Nice
That's
trees.
So lawn
Very well
flog,
manicured.
it's what, lunchtime over there when he's watching or listening. So he usually jumps on and re-listens and checks out the podcast. So obviously, international rules, Pro Pete can't send a bag of fertilizer, but Pro Pete has agreed to send him a hat. So they're going to send down a little hat merch down to Australia so he can rep down there. So it'll be
That's super
interesting.
cool.
Get some more international guys in here, but you know, you
So he's got cooch, right? They call it cooch.
yeah,
Or
cooch,
is that,
smell
uh,
like couch.
It's cooch.
They call that
They call it cooch, but
That's that cooch.
Yeah,
Gucci.
smell like couch.
I think it's Bermuda, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Pineapple
so
Express.
congrats, lawn flog. That's awesome. So, guys, we're not just gonna be picking Australians or New Zealanders or South Americans, anything like that. We're still looking at you guys, but you got to use that hashtag so that we can see you. So get creative, show off those North American cool season lawns or houses or bushes or whatever you got.
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
Heck yeah. So Andrew, do you have in terms of like distribution and places that you're selling to outside of, obviously your own website and Amazon, what other places are you selling at? Are you in any of those stores like you mentioned, and like the True Values or the Aces or any of the smaller hardware franchise stores?
Yeah, so we will be right now. So, like I said, we've been around for a year. We went to different shows. I mean, you really have to get your name out there. So we went to like the Lawn and Garden show in San Antonio. We went to, and then that kind of got us started. And a lot of these guys were really interested in the products because it's a little bit different than Scott's, what they have on the shelf right now. So it's not yet, but like all of their stocking shows, like you go to different distributors. So I'm going to like United Hardware and House Hanson in the first week of July. So then you'll have all of the local, hardware stores, lawn and garden centers that will come around and place their orders at that show for the spring. So it should be this spring. I have no idea at this point where it's going to be.
Okay. Yeah, because in the chat, Abby was asking if you had what your plans were in terms of growing the business, kind of, I guess, kind of on a macro scale, I guess she's talking about, but what are your plans to grow the business? Do you have any plans, for anything specifically on the West Coast?
Yeah, so we did meet with, there's L&L distributors that supply out there. They were interested in the product and they would supply all the local hardware stores as well. We really have kind of the Midwest handled. Florida Hardware picked it up. That handles like kind of that whole Southeast region. East Coast, like upper East Coast, we didn't get a ton of response there yet. So I'm still working on that area, but yeah, so that's kind of what we're doing. We do. So along with, the retail side, we do have larger sizes. So we'll sell in like 2.5 gallon and totes for like the commercial applicator as well. So like Site One Landscapes picked it up. So, you could always go there locally if you need larger sizes. and try to pick it up depending on how much you need and how big your yard is. So yeah, but that's definitely a work in progress.
Okay. Well, we're getting kind of like low on time here, so I think you had some other stuff we were going to give away, right? We were talking about spinning that wheel a couple more times.
Did you guys want to give away the Corksicle whiskey wedge?
No, just send that over this way towards Salisbury.
Olee wants a direct.
These are pretty
use that,
sweet.
Yeah, those look freaking amazing.
I need to make a wheel with just Olee's name on it. Sounds like.
Yeah.
You might not have any distribution in the Northeast, but we can get some of those whiskey glasses.
Right.
All right, so let's share the screen here.
Who wants a whiskey glass?
All right.
Me.
So this is a whiskey glass. I'll shuffle it a couple times just to mix it up a little. Go full screen. And it's actually really cool. Nate sent us a link, and I was checking it out with the little wedge, the ice wedge and stuff in there. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you basically you pour water into like half the glass at an angle, and it freezes it, and then you fill your whiskey in the other half. So basically, your whiskey is just sitting on a bed of ice.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
I like it.
It's pretty cool.
All right,
Nice.
here we go. Whiskey glass winner.
Blue ball.
Hey.
Yeah.
What she said.
Right there.
Oh,
All
blue
right,
balls.
Dan.
Congratulations. I know Carl's cut and slice was close on the last one too, and he was close again on that one. So you'll have something
You want to
say
give him a
about that.
shot at a hat?
You want to do a hat now?
Yeah, let's
Oh,
do it.
Yeah, all right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Sure. Ooh,
Actually,
that's
Dan,
nice.
and listen,
Yes, those
they gave me and Nate these hats.
Oh, there you
Got
go.
These
I
hats
know those
at,
are sweet.
at
Yeah, I like this.
GIE.
Yeah, show it
and
off again there, Andrew.
things
Yeah, I
are-
actually got
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Let me go grab mine.
These things
I've
are
got
that's
a
a
couple.
nice.
We can
these things are sweet. It's a great hat. This is one of the
Yeah.
best hats
have
in the
one of
game.
each.
Because like
Ooh.
I
Oh,
don't know if you
nice.
can tell.
That one's cool.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
can't really tell on camera, but the back mesh is actually padded, so it's not just that regular nylon. These are sweet.
Oh, really? Padded. Nice.
Oh,
These
Like a
might be
pad,
mine.
like it's like a padded bra.
man, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Jealous.
I need
For
that.
those with no hair, right? Give a little.
That's what I was about to say. Back of mine's padded anyway. You know?
That's awesome. All right, so we're gonna do this. Do it for the black hat. Is that what we're doing?
Sure.
All right. Let's go back to the wheel. Shuffle it up. Mix it up again. And here we go for winner of the black hat.
Oh,
Hey.
Yes.
Grace
All right,
Ortiz.
Grace.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's been in our chats quite a bit, so
Yeah,
Appreciate
congratulations.
Yeah, Grace has been with us since early on. She's
Yeah.
an OG.
Oh yeah.
Live chat member for sure.
that's awesome.
It's always good. Always good to see different
You do a
people.
good job
Oh.
ripping that.
Nate's got the Turf Titan
What?
coffee cup.
What?
Yeah, man. The owner of our company
mine.
is off the hook with swag. I mean, it's ridiculous.
That's mine, dude. I left mine at the hotel and Nate snagged it.
Oh,
You tell him that you had to use it one night because you couldn't make it to the bathroom.
That's what he put over his ears when I was snoring.
Yeah, right.
You needed two of them.
Yeah, actually,
No, you probably got my charging pack. I left a bunch of shit at the hotel.
Oh gosh.
I freaking woke up feeling like shit and I just left.
you guys left, and like I'm getting ready to check out of the room. I do a lap around the room. I'm like, geez, there's a cup, there's chargers, there's headphones, there's all this stuff. I'm like, shit, I got like a little care package that I need to send over to Zach.
You
But
just keep it.
no, actually, but I had this sitting there, and all of a sudden my wife had it, and I'm like, well, I told Zach, I'm like, yeah, I don't think it's yours anymore. So I think my wife used it. So now it's mine.
That's funny.
But
Awesome.
yeah, those are super nice cups. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well, so yeah, next week we're doing the 1K giveaway episode. Details on that, but you want to be in the live chat next week because we're giving away some major fire back to back, boom, 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 bunch of giveaways, bunch of wheels, and then we have a good 2 months packed with guests every week for the winter
through March.
I mean, it's we got some pretty cool people lined up.
We've got
episodes lined up.
We've got people. We've got
companies.
Turf science. We've got turf pros.
Whoa! Don't give away too much here.
We can talk some science. We got companies. We got some really good guests coming up.
Yeah. And just to give a hint to those people in the chat tonight, be here early to get your name in. Don't come in late. You might miss out getting your name in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it might be something very similar tonight where we do one wheel instead of making Brian go back to the drawing board.
Oh yeah, no,
every 20 minutes.
That's so much
definitely one
easier.
wheel.
Because we have so much stuff that we're giving away. Like we have so much stuff given away that it's just, it's not going to be like, oh, we're doing 2 giveaways. It's going to be basically it's going to have to be the whole show.
Yeah, the whole show's gonna be a giveaway of just boom, 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 boom. So you missed the first 5 minutes.
Shit, giving some stuff away sounds fun.
If you don't have a glass in your hand for the keep off the grass toast at the beginning, you might miss the whole giveaway.
Everything.
So there's your clue. Get there to raise a glass.
This is up for debate, but I want to bring some people on. So I don't know. We can figure. I'm just gonna throw it out there right now to all you dudes right now. I want to bring some people on. So
we'll work out the details.
Dress for the show because you might get on.
Yeah, be ready. You might get called up we might get sent the info mid-show.
Yeah, if you want to come on, reach out to us, and we might be picking some people throughout the show. Be like, hey, hop on for 5 minutes. Hop on for 5 minutes, and just invite people in, and then not kick you out, but let somebody else take your place.
Get them out of here.
We would like for it to be like a big party next week and just kind of say, hey, like, listen, thank you. This started as something of us just like sitting around, dorking around, drinking beers and we've said it a million times. I'll say it again. The reception that we've gotten from the community, people actually listening to us, people actually watching, people contributing and being involved in all the social media aspects of the Lawn of the Week and the belt and coming up with their own ideas and their own content. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. And then we got Ope is doing carpet stripes of the week. I mean,
it's awesome.
I mean, it's really cool, and we can't thank you guys enough. So we want to, obviously, we're always trying to give back, and having people like Andrew and Turf Titan coming on, giving stuff away, and we're thankful for all the companies that have been willing to work with us in terms of coming on and just saying hello and hanging out and having some drinks.
You think that Ope could open the show with the guitar next week?
Oh, hey, learn that riff, man. That damn.
He's got it.
Learn that riff and get on here.
All right. So, hey, Andrew,
we may have another song for next week, so we'll see.
Think about that.
Andrew, a lot of people in the chat are wanting to know how to contact you. So what's the best way for people to reach out to you, Andrew, and talk about products and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you can just email me. I mean, we're on Instagram too. If you want to just, message us on there, but my email's andrews@turftitanbrands.com. And that's with an S after brands. And you can just, if you get on our website, I think our phone number's on there. It rings directly to my cell phone. So, that's the other thing. I mean, we're a small crew at this point. So I'm pretty much taking a lot of the calls because I want to know what people are asking and what people want. So,
that's super cool.
And you guys are at Turf Titan Brands on Instagram as well. Make sure you guys get the right one at Turf Titan Brands.
But yeah, man, hey, I appreciate you guys letting us come on. We are a new brand, and it's just been great hanging out, and appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. Thank you.
We love learning about new stuff, so thanks for coming on.
Hell yes.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Everybody in the chat, thank you guys for interacting so much tonight. Everybody that's new, thanks for hopping on. Everybody that threw money in the super chat, can't thank you enough. That's amazing.
Cheers.
That's amazing.
Thank you for the
We're not making,
1,000.
you know, we said it. We're not making any money off this. We're, you know, all of the stuff that we do with this whole show. I mean, it's our own time and money. So, you know, we certainly appreciate that. We love you guys getting involved and, you know, making an investment in the show. We're going to continue to make it as great as we can. So,
yeah. With that, we will see you next week.
Out.
Peace.
The 1K party.
Enjoy.
Nothing runs like a deer. So I'll be sitting here drinking beer and cutting grass.
Yeah.
6 to midnight.
Just sit here and listen to this.
Got nothing to worry about, be in a hurry about. It might just take me all day. Got nothing to worry about, be